Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of my Clear the Cart TBR series, where I am trying to, as I'm sure you can guess, clear this TBR cart by February 2026, like the end of February. So by March 1st, 2026, this better be empty, okay? That is our goal. That is what we are working toward. What we're gonna do today is pull my October TBR together using the TBR jar. This TBR jar is much smaller than my regular TBR jar. Can you see it? No, it's too high up for you to see. I usually use a bigger TBR jar with a lot more prompts, but my book club is currently doing a bookish fall bingo, and so I put all the prompts from the bingo board into this jar so that we can kind of do TBR jar, but also help me complete book bingo by the end of November. So we're doing this for the months of September, October, and November. So I used this to pull my September TBR with y'all last month, and so we're gonna be using the prompts that are left to pull my October TBR this month. I am filming this on September 22nd, which happy official first day of fall. You wouldn't know it was fall where I live. I live in Florida and it is so hot. I actually put this on just to look cozier for the video, but it is so hot. I would not wear this outside. Like truly, I would not. But anyway, I'm so excited to choose our October TBR together. We're gonna choose 9 books because your girl needs to get through Bookish Fall Bingo, and your girl also needs to get through this TBR cart. So we cannot just be choosing 6 books anymore. Like we've gotta up the ante a little bit. Before we open the jar and get into choosing the 9 books that I'm gonna read in October, we're not gonna go over my September TBR because now that we're doing Clear the Cart, I'm gonna be doing like monthly check-ins with you to let you know how I did on the previous month's TBR. So I'll give you a little hint. I'm doing really well on my September TBR, even though the September books aren't included in Clear the Cart. But the one book that is truly kicking my butt is our book club pick for the month of September, The Will of the Many. I'm chugging along, but it is really tough. I'm like 35% through and I'm struggling. A couple of you guys on Instagram told me to get the audiobook and said that it helped you and that the book doesn't get really good until the last 30%. So I'm just like, we've got a ways to go. So I did get it on my Kindle. So I'm hoping that that helps me to like speed through it a little bit faster. I read faster on my Kindle than I do a physical book. So I'm gonna try cruising through it on my Kindle, and then if I'm still struggling to finish it by the end of the month, I will go ahead and get the audiobook. Other than that, our September TBR, golden. Also, last thing before we get to choosing our prompts, I just have to say thank you guys so much for all the support on my last video and my company's 2026 collection launch. If you missed my last video, I own a planner and productivity company, and we just launched our 2026 planner collection, and I am so proud of it, and I'm just so grateful for all of the love and support that y'all have shown. We worked so hard on this collection. These are 3 of my favorite products from the collection. That's why I'm holding them up. But I'm just blown away by all the support, and I'm just so grateful, like truly so grateful. So if you snagged a planner or any other tool from the 2026 collection, I'm so grateful. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. Okay, let's get to choosing our 9 prompts. There's like barely even 9 prompts left in here. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to use this one for the next month, but we're gonna do our best because I am making slow but steady progress on Bookish Fall Bingo. As you can see here, I know it's kind of hard because it's laminated, but we're cruising along. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So anyway, let's go ahead and choose the 9 books that I'm gonna be reading in the month of October. Oh wait, oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you guys what these are. Pause, rewind. Okay, so these books right here are books that are gonna be added to the cart before the month of October is over because they are books that I have pre-ordered. We talked about this one last time, but I still haven't gotten it. It comes in the mail tomorrow, and it is Alchemized by Sinlin Yu, I think is how you pronounce the author's name. And this is a Dramini fanfic. So I actually read my first one last month, or no, this month, at the beginning of September, and I loved it so much. Like I'm still thinking about it. Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. So good. So I'm very excited to read this, but also I'm terrified because I've heard that it is like 1,000 pages, like terrifying. And then this book right here is called It's Different This Time, and it comes out on October 1st. Literally could not tell you one singular thing about this book. It is a book that I purchased solely based on the cover because it was giving fall and I was wanting fall. So I wish I could tell you what it's about, but I really don't know. We'll find out together when I actually read it. So those 2 books are eligible to be chosen for prompts that we pulled today. So, okay, we're gonna go in for 9. I'm so excited that we get to do 9 because normally we only do 6, so we get to hang out for a long time today. So the first one is a sci-fi or dystopian. These are not genres that I read super often, but I already know what I'm gonna choose for this one. It's one that I have been excited to read, but also very intimidated to read. And I can already tell you right now, I'm gonna be audiobooking this because every single person who I have spoken to has told me, if you don't like sci-fi, you're gonna love this book, but you have to listen to the audiobook. And what you guys say, I'm gonna listen most of the time. So you guys probably can guess which book I'm gonna pull. Like, I don't even have to look through the books on the cart for this one. We're gonna go with Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Truly, I have not heard one negative thing about this book, not one. And I'm talking like I've heard reviews from people who do not read sci-fi, and I still have not heard one singular bad thing about this book. So I am excited, but I'm intimidated because I'm not a sci-fi reader. The only thing that I know about this book is a guy wakes up, I think he's in outer space, and he doesn't know his name, and he doesn't know like what is going on, and he has to like save the earth, question mark. I think that's what I think I've heard people say. That's probably a very simplified version of what this is about, but that is what I remember hearing people say that it is about. Book number 1 on our October TBR is Project Hail Mary. This has been on my TBR cart for over a year, like a while. So it is time. It is time. And I feel like sci-fi and October, like they kind of go because I don't really like thrillers and horror because I'm a baby. So this is like my kind of October book, like a sci-fi, you know what I mean? So Project Hail Mary, book number 1 on the October TBR. So we're gonna go for book number 2. Maybe this one I'll actually look through the books and not know right off the top of my head, but who knows? Okay, so our next prompt is a book that's been made into a movie. Okay, I know Project Hail Mary is about to become a movie, but we obviously already chose that for something. I don't know. I think this one is gonna take some Googling. Well, all the classics are made into movies, like all the classics that I have, but I know one of the prompts in here is a classic, and if I pull that and then also have another classic on my TBR for the same month, I can't hang. Like, I cannot hang. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find another one that's been made into a movie, but you guys, I don't think any of them have, which is very concerning. I think I'm gonna have to choose a classic because I don't think, the only book that I have on the back, well, I have 2. I have Little Women, a classic, and then Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. So everything else is on the front, but I don't think any of these are movies. Wait, Happiness for Beginners. I think, is that a show though? I think it's a show. I don't think it's a movie. Dang, hold on, let me look it up. It's a movie, okay. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so we do not have to choose a classic for this one. We are gonna go with, wait, where did it go? Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Senner. Wow, what a relief. What a relief that I don't have to choose a classic for this one. So I don't know much about this one, but I know people go hiking in it. That's all I know, really. I think someone got a divorce or something. Yeah, newly divorced at 32, her life has fallen apart beyond her ability to put it together again. So when her annoying younger brother Duncan convinces her to sign up for a hardcore wilderness survival course in the backwoods of Wyoming, she hopes it'll be exactly what she needs. And I think she like ends up falling for one of her brother's friends who is also on the trip or something. I don't know. I've never met a Catherine Senner book that I didn't enjoy. So this will be very nice to have on the TBR. We need a romance on the October TBR. After sci-fi, like I can already tell you, we need a romance. So book number 2 on the TBR is Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Senner. I am so grateful that I remembered that that is a movie. I had to lose the cart again because I was starting to sweat. It is so hot in Florida. It's like 90 degrees. Actually, I can tell you, it's 89 degrees. So I was close. All right, so book number 3. What do we have? What do we have? There's one particular prompt that I would love to pull during this video, and I know exactly what book I want to go with it, and I am hoping that we get that one. It is not this one. Okay. A new release, September through November. Okay, so for this one, it has to have come out in September, October, or November. Obviously, we can't do November yet, so I can obviously choose one of these. I am not choosing this one because of how long it is. Like, no. I know I'm gonna have to read it eventually, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So I can do Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. Actually, I wouldn't mind that. This one, I think it's a prequel to the Divine Rivals series, which I read back in 2023, I think, and I really enjoyed that one. So this is an option. This one is the book that I really want to read, especially because it is my book club pick for October. It's called If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, but I wanted to go with another prompt for book bingo, so I'm not going to choose it for this one. And then, I could also choose this one, People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. This one just came out not that long ago. However, I am kind of learning, I don't love Hannah Bonham Young's books. I've loved one. Out on a Limb was a 5-star read for me. Every other book that I've read by her, which I've read 3 other ones, they were okay. So I bought this one because I loved the cover, and I'm just really hoping that one of her other books ends up working for me like Out on a Limb did. So this is an option, and that would give us 2 nice fluffy romances on the October TBR. So let's see, what else? Oh, this one right here too, Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. I have a different prompt in mind for that one too, so I'm not gonna do that one. Let's see, these 2 obviously. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go between one of these. Is it cheating if I look at the bingo board to see what the other prompts are? Okay, so, for some reason, I'm kind of, even though this one's longer, I'm kind of wanting to go with Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross because it's just giving October to me. Probably because it's a black book, like spooky, I don't know. I like fantasy in October, and so I think we are just gonna go for it. The little blurb on the inside says, Dear Matilda, I wrote, I let the words flow for her, and when the ink dried, I gave my very heart to the fire. So I think that we're gonna go with this one, mostly because I want to read it before I see a lot of people talk about their opinions about it, because I want to go in with like nothing. So I think we're gonna add this one to our October TBR. This one feels like a good October read to me. So we're gonna add People Watching back to the TBR cart, and Wild Reverence is going to be our pick for a new release, and it is the 3rd book on our October TBR. So we still have 6 more to go, y'all. 6 more to go. We still have lots of time to spend together. Okay, so the next prompt that we have is a book set in autumn. A book set in autumn. I feel like I can choose between 2. If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I have another prompt in mind for that one though that I am dead set on choosing that book for. And then also People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young is set in autumn as well. So I think we're gonna go with this one because I definitely wanna read this in the fall because it's clearly a fall book. So I don't know what this one is about at all. And honestly, I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. It did just come out not that long ago. I think we're just gonna go with this one. And this will be my determining factor. Like, am I gonna buy other Hannah Bonham Young books or not? Because if I don't like this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say that she is not an author for me. So this one's kind of a make or break book. Kind of a big deal to be on the TBR, but I do love the cover so much. So it says that Prudence Welch has found solace in her introverted life in Baysville, a charming tourist town in northern Ontario. Despite once dreaming of a life beyond its borders, she now finds contentment in her routines, working at her father's gas station, writing poetry, and caring for her mother, who is diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. But as her mother's condition worsens and her father's concerns about her own future intensify, Prue feels her world slipping further out of control. Enter the male main character. Okay, so that is what we have got. Actually, this reminds me of a book that I read this year, kind of. Abby Jimenez's new book. What was it called again? Say You'll Remember Me. Dementia and Alzheimer's in books. I feel like I have been reading so many books this year where one of the main characters' parents gets like early onset dementia or has Alzheimer's or something like that. Like, I don't know what it is and why I am reading so many books with that theme in it, but I guess we're gonna add another one to the list. So book number 4 is People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, her new release. So let's move on to book number 5. Gosh, I really hope I get that prompt that I want. Please, please. Okay, I have 2 right now. Okay. This is a long one, I feel. A book that has been on your TBR the longest. Not a fun prompt. Not a fun prompt. Okay. When I look here, I know for sure Quicksilver has been on for a long time. A very long time. I would say the Taylor Jenkins Reid books have been on there for a while, but I just bought them. Like, they were on my mental TBR, but like I just got these copies, so those don't really count. The classics have also been on my TBR cart for a while, but we're not going there. We are not going there. I think it might be Quicksilver, you guys, honestly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Quicksilver has been on, because I got this last Christmas. I got it as a Secret Santa gift last December, so I know that it's been on there for almost a year, and I don't think anything else has been on there. I got this one in January during my birthday. It hasn't been on there longer than this one. I'm sure there's a book on here that's been on longer than this one, but this is the one that like jumps out at me. Like, I can exactly remember when I got it, and it's the longest that I can remember. So we're gonna go with it, and I don't know what to expect with Quicksilver. I have heard such mixed reviews. Like, people either love it or they hate it. I feel like I haven't heard any reviews that are kind of in the middle. So we're gonna see if this is a book for me or if I'm gonna DNF it, because like I told you, part of Clear the Cart this go around, if I don't like a book, I have to get at least 35%. But if I get 35% through a book and I'm like not feeling it, it's gonna be DNF'd. So I guess Quicksilver is being added to our TBR. I don't know what it's about and I don't really want to, but I'll read like the top 3 little lines. It says, do not touch the sword, do not turn the key, do not open the gate. Okay, so book number 5 or 6 on our TBR. 1, 2, 3, 4. Book number 5. So we still have 4 more to go. You guys, I have to take a second. I'm sweating. It is so hot. My office has 2 giant windows and the sun is just beating in. Happy fall. Happy fall from Florida. Okay, I've composed myself. Let's get through the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 books, shall we? Okay, so, okay. Next prompt. This one looks like a long one because it's folded a lot of times. Yes! This is the prompt that I have been dying to get since we started Book Bingo on September 1st. A book that feels like a Gilmore Girls episode. I am so excited. I would scream. My daughter's sleeping across the hall. She's taking her nap right now. If she wasn't, I would scream. Also, you're welcome for not screaming in your eardrums. But I already know what I'm choosing for this one. I do not even have to look at the cart. I cannot wait to read this. Look at the cover. If that is not Scream, Luke, and Lorelai to you, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Even the dog kind of looks like the dog on Gilmore Girls. If you didn't know, Gilmore Girls is my #1 comfort show. I rewatch it at least once a year, usually twice a year. And as soon as I saw this author came up on like my reels on Instagram, like when I was just scrolling the reels tab, and the reel said something about like, oh, my book is coming out in a month that will remind you of a Gilmore Girls episode, but like in the 90s. I was just like, please, like I pre-ordered it immediately. I've never heard of this author, never heard anything about this book. That's all she had to say for me to buy it that exact moment. Great marketing on her part. So it's called If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, and I cannot wait. Also, it works out because this is my book club pick for the month of October. So not only did we pull the prompt that I have been the most excited about on the bingo card, but we also get to check off my book club book as a part of my TBR, which is always a win. So the back of this one says, get comfy with this cozy slow burn romance. I love a slow burn. Set in the autumnal glow of 1997 small town of Vermont. I can't wait. I truly could not be happier. Like the fact that I got to pull this one and that we get to read this in October. I mean, I would have had to read it anyway because it's my book club book, but the fact that I actually get to pair it with the Gilmore Girls prompt for this video, my day is made. My day is actually made. Okay, so this is book number 6 on the TBR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like we've got a good range. We've got a couple fantasy, a couple romance, a sci-fi. Like this is a very diverse TBR. And I said this before, I love a diverse TBR because I feel like it keeps me from getting in a reading slump. So book number 6, 7, I have to keep counting. I have like short-term memory loss, y'all. It's insane. Okay, going on for number 7. So we still have 3 more to choose. That's crazy. Okay, so next one, a book published this year. A book published this year. Ooh, we can move these to the front. We have no more books hiding on the back of the TBR cart. Is she gonna clear the cart? Is she gonna clear it? Okay, so a book published this year. I have lots of options, and I think I'm gonna go with this one, haha, because I am so excited to read this one. Wait, I'm actually also excited to read The Night and the Moth, but I think I'm more excited to read this one. Wait, also, should I choose a lit fic? Because we don't have any lit fic on the TBR, and I have quite a few lit fic books on here. Okay, so I could choose Time of Your Life by actually, should I choose that? No, I feel like we have enough romance on here. I was kind of looking at The Names or The River is Waiting. These two, I was like, wait, should I choose one of these? I actually don't know though when they were published, so please hold. Okay, so this one is 2025. I've heard really great things about The Names. And then also Wally Lamb, The River is Waiting. I've heard amazing things, but I wanna make sure it was also a 2025. Yeah, okay, so these are options. Also, I'm not even sure if this is 2025. I just know it's new to me. Like, I just bought it, but let me check because I actually don't know for sure. Also 2025. Okay. Also, if you're like, wait, why are you so excited about this one? This is also a Hermione fanfic like situation. And like I said, I read one earlier this month and I absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to read another one. So it's gonna be between these three: The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, The River is Waiting, or The Names. I know this one is about like how your name affects how your life goes, I'm pretty sure. This one, I really don't know what it's about at all. I've just heard people say that it is absolutely stunning, like an emotional read, and so I just bought it. And then obviously this one, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. So gosh, now I'm like very torn actually, but I feel like this is a good October read. This might be good to save for the winter months. Also, I just really want to read this. Okay, we're just gonna do it. You know what? This is my TBR. We're just gonna do it. So we'll put those back. And so we are gonna go with The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy for a book that was published this year. Okay. Also, wow, yeah, this is giving October, I feel. You know what I mean? Okay, spooky. Okay, so what is that? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many times have I had to count the stack? Why can't I remember what number we're on? Okay, anyways, moving on. Number 8, we have 2 more prompts to choose. This one says, a book from a new to you author. We've got a lot. We've got a lot to choose from on here. Okay, so Slow Dance by Rainbow Roll. I've never read anything by this author. All That Life Can Afford by Emily Everett. Never read anything by this author. The 2 that I was just excited about, never read anything by them. I've actually never read anything by Rachel Gillick, so could do this one. Spark of the Everflame and When the Moon Hatched, but if you've been watching my last couple videos, I'm actually so scared of When the Moon Hatched and I'm putting it off. Okay, a lot of these. Okay, so we have a lot that I can choose from for this one, like a lot. So, what am I feeling? Maybe I'll go with The Names. For some reason, this book is calling out to me. Also, I could choose this one. It's different this time, but I don't want to read this the same month that I'm reading If It Makes You Happy, because I feel like they're going to be too similar. You know what I'm saying? Like a fall rom-com moment. I don't want 2 of those in the same month because I feel like that could put me in a slump. So I think that I'm going to go with this one, The Names by Florence Knapp. So like I said, I know that this one is about like how your name can change the course of your life, which is a very interesting premise to me, and I'm excited to dig into this, and I've only heard good things about this. I haven't heard a lot about it, but what I have heard, very good. So, all right, we have 1 more. This is a huge stack of books. I'm so used to only choosing 6 books for my monthly TBRs. In order to clear this cart, like we've got to choose more each month, so I'm nervous. Looking at this stack is very, very nerve-wracking. Okay, our last prompt is a book with dark academia vibes. Ooh, I like this for October. So, okay, dark academia vibes. Okay, dark academia. I think there's really only one option, I feel like. Babel? I never say the name of this book right. Is it Babel or Babel? Let me look it up. Please hold. I've got to know. I've got to stop saying this wrong.
Babel.
Babel. Okay, Babel. Babel. Is that right?
Babel.
It says Babel. Okay, so we're gonna go with that, I think, because it's the only dark academia book that I have on my shelf that I know of. And also, I feel like it's another good October read. This is a good October TBR. I would have liked to pull the prompt that was like mystery thriller, because I only have one mystery thriller on my cart, so that would have been good to read in October, The Inmate by Frida McFadden. But honestly, I can read it in November, December, January, like in the wintertime, not that big of a deal. I feel like they're good palate cleansers, her books. So we have Babel by R.F. Kuang. Honestly, I'm intimidated by this book also. So we have two books on here that I am quite intimidated by, this one and then Project Hail Mary. So this one I know has to do with a student. That's all I know. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly what this one is about. I've heard people talk about it, but I don't think that the like plot of the book has like stuck in my brain. Hopefully it sticks when I read it. But I do know that it takes place in like a school. So like Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, also known as Babel. Babel is the world's center for translation and, more importantly, magic. Silver working, the art of manifesting, the meaning lost in translation using enchanted silver bars, has made the British unparalleled in power, and la 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 la. Okay, so can powerful institutions be changed from within, or does revolution always require violence? Why am I actually dreading reading this now? Because I feel like it hits very close to home, to the state of our nation. Which I'm like, wait, I read to like escape and relax my mind, so I don't know if that's gonna be the case for this, but it's on the TBR card, so we have to read it whether we want to or not eventually, so we might as well just read it and get it done. So that is book number 9 on our TBR. Let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so we can cap the rest of the prompts. And let's do a quick little, this is heavy, wow. Let's do a quick little recap. That's a good looking October TBR, like very good. I am stoked, you guys. This could not have gone better. Okay, so our quick recap. We have Babel by R.F. Kuang, The Names by Florence Knapp, Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley, If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, Quicksilver by Callie Hart, People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young, Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross, Happiness for Beginners by Catherine Senner, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So I am y'all, I don't think I've been this excited over a monthly TBR in a minute. Like truly, this is a good one. I feel like it's diverse. I feel like it's very like festive and October-y, which I'm a mood reader, so I love that. And I'm gonna get to check off so many books from my bookish fall bingo board. October is gonna be a good reading month. I am claiming it. October is gonna be a good reading month. All right, anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I chose my October TBR. I'm excited to read these and report back in November whether or not I completed this TBR in the month of October. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I hope you have the best day ever.